Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I wanted to touch on where to look, where to get started if you are struggling with a bunch of things. So this is something whenever I do a consult with somebody, whenever I go over some of their test results or something, it's rarely like one thing that women are struggling with. It's not like, you know what? I just really have some fatigue issues. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else is wrong, right? It's usually a pile of things. And there's always a different combination for every single person. No joke. No joke. And then on top of this, each person has their own personal health history that is going to be different than the other person's, right? So I have chatted with women that have been exposed to toxic chemicals, mold, mercury poisoning. Yeah, crazy, right? Histories of injuries, illnesses, a lot of different types of illnesses. This is going to affect how your system functions, autoimmune diseases, all these things. And then they're wondering, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. Not just I'm tired, I can't, I'm not sleeping well. There's all these things that go into the fatigue too. I wake up in the morning, I feel like I don't have enough energy to get out of bed. I'm really struggling with this, that, or the other. My weight, I can't lose weight to save my life. No matter what I do, I keep gaining weight. I've been putting on weight for the past 3 years since I went through this stressful time. Or again, I have women that are like, oh yeah, I did this really extreme diet and then I just put on a ton of weight after and I've not been able to lose it since. Yeah, that's a big issue. Muscle, being able to make your own muscle and keep it. Hormone issues. Oh my gosh, this hormonal headaches, issues with their cycle, right? Heavy periods, irregular periods, pain, adenomyosis, endometriosis, PCOS, right? All these other things, hot flashes, perimenopausal issues, so many different hormonal issues all tied in. Oh yeah, and my gut is terrible, right? I get bloated, I can't digest things, right? Holy cow. So with this whole gamut of things that are going on in my system, where do I start? Because if you start researching something on gut or hormones, it's going to lead you down one whole path in one direction, and some of these other things aren't going to be addressed. And one of the reasons I work with women in the way that I do is that they often look at their weight and say, holy cow, like I can't fit into my pants. This is a big issue for me because it's something where you're like, this is interrupting my lifestyle, that I don't have enough energy to get to the gym. That's why I can't lose the weight, and that's why my clothes don't fit, etc. But by focusing just on weight loss tactics, typical weight loss tactics, you're ignoring all of these other things and not addressing them, which means the problem usually gets worse. Because the way the female body works, how hormones work, right? I talk about all this stuff in my book, The Female Fat Solution, which is on Amazon. But these are all things about why women struggle so much to just lose weight, because you're not taking all the things into account. You're not actually looking at your system as a whole, which is what I do. So the first thing to look at is really doing research, and everybody does this, right? You're using Dr. Google, which is fine, but it leads you in a bunch of different directions. So then what? Then what do I do? What do I look at? The next thing to look at, and one of my favorite things to do, especially when there's hormonal issues and there's a more complicated case, I will recommend doing a Dutch test. So this is, I'm going to show you an example, just a couple of pages here on a Dutch test. And so this would be an example report that you would get from getting your Dutch test, where your estrogens are, where your progesterones are, do those match? Are your testosterones at the right level or not? So no, none of these are at a good level for this person. Or wait, no, they're 63. So these are okay. This one is way high for somebody who's 63. What? How is that? Yeah. And how would you know that unless you got it tested? Cortisol levels, where those are at, where you're, and look at the imbalance here, right? Total free cortisol versus metabolized. What that tells us what's happening in your system and what to do moving forward for it. Totally different information. So it allows me to really look at, okay, what is going on with your body and what is your system actually doing? That's what testing does. So if you have not gotten a Dutch test, if you have not looked at a lot of these issues, I'm going to put a link here. What I do, I don't just send out a Dutch test to people. I actually have you fill out a questionnaire. There's different types, there's different kinds, and I want to make sure you get the right test for what your system needs to show me all the information I need to know to help you best. Then one of the most important pieces about this is that once I get your results, I go over them with you. This is not a, oh, there you go. I expect you to read that on your own. Good luck. Right? And then there's other like, who's gonna, right? No, I went to school for a very long time and then studied after that, after I already got my doctorate, did a lot of more extensive studies to make sure that I could help women at the level that is actually going to get them in the right result and have them keep it. So that's why this is so powerful, doing a Dutch test and then getting the right consult to move forward from there in the right direction. Stop guessing, stop jumping on the bandwagon with something else, right? Oh, this worked for them. Well, great. They might not have the same health history as you. They might not have an immune issue that you do. And some women, they don't even know that they have that, right? Oh, my neighbor did this. Okay, but does your neighbor have the same gut issues and absorption issues that you do? No, then you need something different, right? We are not all made the same, and getting the most customized protocol for you gets you the fastest, most efficient, and lasting results. So that is what I do for women. There is no quick fixes. There is no, oh, there you go, you should be fine. Nothing. That is not what's helpful for your system long term. And I talk about this all the time, that your health is cumulative. Your health is cumulative. What you have done in the past leads you to the point where you're at right now. And what you do right now is also going to be really important going forward. So yeah, I could totally put together a program for people to say, I'll help you lose 10 pounds in a month. Is that really good? It's going to be helpful for your system? No, it's not. So guess what? I don't do that. Very strong feelings on that. So it's very different when you're working with your body and your hormones. But if you guys have more questions, let me know. I'm here as a resource for you. But really getting testing for the right things is going to lead you in the right direction. So, and again, the consult, going over that and understanding what your body needs and how to move forward, invaluable. So, other resources I have for you, my podcast is called The Female Health Solution. I have a lot of information there and have done podcasts on Dutch testing. And then I also have a YouTube channel called just Dr. Beth Westy. So a lot of videos I do get uploaded there. So if you have questions on something, you can type it in. Endometriosis, yep, I got a ton of videos on endometriosis. So keep that in mind when you're looking for more information. Make sure you're getting information from somebody who is qualified to get this information. So I went to school for a very long time. I have a doctorate. Yes, I am a chiropractor by training, but I also have done extensive studies in women's health, fertility, and I am also trained in Eastern medicine and acupuncture. So the background that I have is very different. So when you're looking at information from somebody, it's great that they're saying, oh, eat healthy, eat clean, cool. But if you're not working with somebody who's a practitioner of some kind, and I'm based in Minneapolis, and in Minneapolis, I'm a primary care physician. So it's important that you're working with somebody who can give you the right resources and go over them with you and put you on the right path. So that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you later.